Alright guys, so we're here at Mercer. We're here to do some work on the control arms. I'm show you guys what he's up to. He's done one and he's gonna show you guys what process did he take on doing this. He's pressing in the bushings on him, and we're gonna be welding it because we're not doing the tubular control arms anymore, or not yet.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do like a factory OEM, and we're gonna weld them on the seams, so it's something more rigid.
Yeah,
and,
these are stamped.
Yeah.
Two-piece stamped steel, if you guys can see it.
Yeah.
And then from factory, they are welded. But they don't do the greatest job. Like for OEM purposes, to drive around OEM, great job that they do. But now for us to, Diogo gonna be putting some G's and some stress through these control arms. We're gonna have to weld all the openings. So if you see, there's like some cracks here, right there. There's a couple other ones here. There's some markings and openings right there. If you guys can see it, can you see that? That opening right there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna weld all that stuff. Like this is one of the control arms that I previously already welded. So side by side image. See how it's all welded in?
Yeah.
So that's what we're here doing today. Just gonna weld all this up and then press in the new bearings. The old not bearings, bushings.
Yep.
Bearings, I did bearings earlier. So we just pop these guys out. And now we're gonna do this, the weld job. Start welding this stuff. So Diogo can install it in the machine and see it on the track.
we also got the
Sway
bars
stuff.
back
I got
from
the sway bars
FIA.
back from FIA. Thanks, boys. They did a great job on it.
Yeah.
Show them.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them. You got them in red. I thought you were getting in gray, so they're nicer.
No, all my S2K stuff I got.
So, yeah. So these are your new speed. They're rear 28 mil and I believe front 25 mil. So I still got to get the hardware from them. But yeah, I got them very, very rusty. So yeah, they sandblasted them and power coated them.
Yeah,
so,
they
yeah.
sandblasted it, power coated it, and now it's nice bright red.
Yeah, so we can see
It's
any
gonna go nice
stress
with the
and
control arms.
Yeah,
Back,
and all the little
bushings.
accents.
Yeah, it'll be nice. All the gray stuff I did on my S2K. I was thinking of originally doing the sway bars gray, and then I'm like, I had a change of thought towards the last minute, so I'm like, you know what? Let's just do them red. It's gonna look nice.
Yeah, because they pop
Yeah,
underneath the
so-
car. Yeah.
All right, man. Let me get this welded.
Yeah.
Get this done.
Sticky.
Yeah, it was open like the bottom one, right?
Yeah. So like trying to weld it all the way through, it won't happen. So I'll have to like weld a little bit here,
Yeah.
and then I fill it in and weld a little bit here,
Yeah.
and then I make the gap shorter. So then I just continue welding the gaps. That's how you see it. Like this, see that little C's basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I can weld this whole thing, but I don't think you need to weld it all. Just the edges.
No, I think, yeah, just most of the stress
Yeah.
points.
Just the stress points. So.
But you can
that.
weld on, because I think there's different control arms
That are
depending
completely
depending
welded
on
through?
the brand. Yeah, depending, and the seams are going to be different. So these are just some.
Don't they have like control arms like this that are not two-piece, that are complete cast? Like you know how Honda has.
I'm
complete
not
cast
sure,
stuff?
like a cast one. Yeah, and maybe the older stuff. But
I mean, it's
no,
strong.
actually, even my Mark II ones.
Those are strong, but
my Mark II
with
ones were like this
impact?
too. Yeah.
with impact, they're
The
prone
cast
to,
ones?
Yeah, with impact, they're prone to like crack and break. Like these ones over here.
Okay.
I guess because they're two-piece.
They'll just bend.
With impact, yeah, they'll just bend. They
So
won't
it's,
completely
they might be
break on
better.
you.
Yeah.
So there's pros and cons.
I
to
think
it.
these are just. I don't don't know what brand this is. Is it Euro parts?
Euro parts?
But I think they say it there.
The other thing,
Yeah, they're just Euro parts if anybody wants the part number.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Put
marked
the part
them,
numbers
I marked
afterwards,
them
right and left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so it's easier after.
And then the other thing I did notice was this is a stress point for the sway bar, right?
Yeah.
And because
We have bigger sway
we have
bars.
way bigger sway bars, so you only have a little bit of a weld here
Yeah.
and a little bit of a weld here.
Yeah.
All this is open, and this is to me, as a circuit guy, I would think this would open under load or
Yeah, it will.
stress. So when I seen
And
that, I'm like, yeah, we definitely have
Even
to
the thread is
weld
not
all
very
that.
deep all the way through, so it's like
Yeah, well, how big are the sway bar
bolts.
bolts? Are they deep?
Yeah, they're pretty like this much. They're not
Maybe-
very deep.
If they work, they work. If not, maybe what you have to look into is a different type of sway bar, where like, cause that's only 1, 2.
But the
3,
thing is
4,
too. The
5
thing is
threads.
too. Now on these sway bars, I'm not using. It's like those hard sway. It's like the Heim joint sway bars. So
Okay.
I'm not.
So it's
For these ones here, there's rubber. You know what I mean? So there's rubber up and down. So there's like some sort of flexing.
okay.
On these ones now, there won't be any flexing. So yeah, so we probably have to reinforce
it up.
that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna weld it. I welded this
Yeah, so
one.
it should
If
be
you
okay.
I welded and then I already sprayed it black, but it's completely welded all the way through.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks a lot better.
A lot more strength there.
Yeah. So this is like the recommended stuff for OEM stuff when you guys want to use it.
Yeah.
And some companies do have tubular control arms, but it's hard to know which ones are good, which ones are bad. And these are the type of things that
R&D, man. R&D is
these
everything.
are the type of things that you don't really screw around with because
Yeah, dude, your life is on the line over here.
Exactly. So it's like,
Imagine going down a straight or
and
on a
I
turn.
doing these. I wanted to do a thing because I told you those are Mark II bushings. So I've seen that those are Mark II bushings and they fit Mark IV control arms. So I wanted to get that question out of my head, which was if Mark II, Mark III, and Mark IV share the same bushings, which they do. So the
So
size
you're
is,
100% correct?
yeah,
Sorry, not correct. You're 100% sure
yeah.
that it will fit.
Yeah, those are Mark II bushings, and they fit
So
here
later on
because
in this-
even when they sell
So
spherical
we'll only
stuff,
know
we'll only know.
once you install it.
That's
So
why I
later
gave it
on.
to you to install. So
Okay.
no, the fitting wise, like size wise here.
Oh, okay,
Here
yeah,
they're
yeah,
okay.
like the
the
radius.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Because
they do. They fit perfectly.
even the
inside.
Heim joints that they sell, the spherical stuff and all that stuff, that you press in,
It's all like Mark II stuff.
it's
you're
all
talking
2, 3, 4.
Oh.
They describe it as 2, 3, 4. So there's always that question, and I want to know more for the other car too.
about. Okay.
So-
cool, man. Well, let me
So
grind
now-
this so I can weld.
So Kev, if anybody is welding these at home, if it's a guy that's more like a do-yourselfer type of guy,
Yeah.
what's your recommendations on material-wise and how do they weld, like heat-wise and everything? Because I know when we were looking at these, you can't really keep a lot of heat in the same spot, so they don't actually get damaged or something like that.
Yeah, so it doesn't warp the metal. Honestly, the best thing, dude, and it doesn't matter how great of an experienced welder you are or inexperienced, is try to get two pieces that are similar to what you're welding and use that as a test piece. And that's what I do myself. I get two pieces, just put them together, and I test piece it, test weld, and then I play with my ampage and my speed. Every machine is totally different, from the way the wire is fed, to how much ampage you're going to be utilizing, and our argon. Like for this one over here, I use 100% argon, and this is a MIG machine that just welds steel wire. Some of the stuff like you have at your place, it's a welder also, but it doesn't use any argon. You don't use no gas. It's all flex.
It's all flex, yeah, because it's only for like tacking little stuff and for little brackets and stuff.
So it's different. The way the weld is going to be, it's totally different. But yeah, I would just recommend them to grab some test pieces, clean it up. Oh, that's another thing too. Prep is key. Prep is huge. The way you clean it and prep it will help with the weld. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it covered. And then once it's welded, let it cool down. And if you want, like I always grind it down a little bit afterwards, just take out some imperfection. Because you always get, if you could see, you always get a little bit of splatter, like, well, see like these little things, little splatter. So I always clean it up afterwards. Like right here isn't the greatest job, so I'm gonna clean that up. I'm gonna re-weld that. And then continue all the way up here, because you see how that's open still?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna re-weld all this right now. But it's hard for me to continue welding like this and then start welding upside down. Yeah. And that's what I was doing just there. And if you see, welding it upside down, the molten metal won't stay. It'll just start to try to drip. So that's what I'm getting here. I got a drip. That's why I started moving it. Yeah. So now,
so you gotta let it cool.
Flip it.
You gotta let it cool off and start.
Yeah, and then flip it so then I can weld it and continue the seams. Yeah. I'm gonna grind that down, and then but before I flip it, I'm gonna continue on everything how I have positioned on the vise right now, what I can tackle. So I'll tackle this guy, I'll tackle this guy right here, I'll tackle this guy, and a few other little things.
Sounds good, man. So here, guys, this is the
finished product. Yeah. This is what it looks like, all welded up and grinded. So we just grind it down. So we have something for the paint to grab onto. Yeah. So we're not going to paint the whole control arm, just majority of the control arm is going to get painted. Yeah. Then a ton of rock chips
are going to go all over it.
Not really rock chips, because if you rock chips, then that means you had an off.
That's
better
true.
Not have
That's
an
true.
off.
Not wood.
What will happen is you're gonna get a ton of rubber worms in this thing. Ton of rubber worms.
Which is good.
All right, so let's just spray this thing. And then that's it. Let's go outside, spray it, let it dry. Then we can press in our bushings. Where do we put the bushing? I left them in a box.
Oh, let me show them the brand. These are the brand of the bushings that we're pressing on. I got these a very, very, very long time ago.
And the box is pretty weathered.
Yeah, they've just been sitting and...
check out the part number right there, guys.
Right there. As you guys can see, it says from, let me show them the date. It says from 86 to 06, any Golf and Jetta. That's why I had that question that I was just telling you.
Oh, really? Well, we'll soon know, because after this, you're going to install them, right?
Yep, exactly.
Sweet. It's time to install the bushings after we painted it and all that. But guys, I've noticed one of the things. In order for this to go smooth, see how there's a ridge here, or a lip, and then here there isn't. So that's going to be the easiest side to press it in on a vise. Even if you want to use a hammer, you probably can smash it in with a hammer, but I would advise
hammer or a socket. I think they do it a lot with.
Yeah, I've seen hammer,
socket, and then just a clamp. And then clamp.
So yeah, I would advise it to put it on a vise. It's pretty simple. I'll show you guys how simple it is. Let me just re-grease this guy here. Don't forget to add the grease. Grease is Really, really crucial.
Yeah. Because if you don't put grease, these things are gonna squeal like crazy.
Yeah, I'll sound like your girlfriend in bed. Not your girlfriend, but like whoever's watching, I'll sound like your girlfriend in bed. Or boyfriend, if that's what you like.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Awesome.
All right. Lube it up. And Paul, if you're watching this,
I think you'll watch it.
lube it up, bud.
Paul loves this.
Loves it.
This is Paul's favorite thing to install. His
Butt plugs.
bushings.
Paul's favorite thing. Butt plugs.
There you go.
Just need a little help. No. It's almost through.
Yeah.
Let me go get the persuader over here
There you go.
with a little bit of persuasion.
That's not the procedure. That's called a solution.
Solution. Persuaded to get it in. What's up, man?
You're bugging him.
Yeah.
Just bugging
yeah.
him. Okay. Some more lube.
It's very windy in here, eh?
Very, very windy in here.
Very windy.
Again, lubrication.
These ones you can press in with your hands.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. It's just the pins, actual pins.
You have
They're a
to
bit
do
difficult. Those guys.
Yeah, because I think it's actually the pin that expands the bushing, right?
Yeah,
A
it
little
helps.
Like it makes it grow into the controller.
Exactly. Save some. Almost running out of lubrication. This shit's really sticky, man.
That one there?
This grease, you want to
Yeah.
try?
No, no. Okay.
Fucking sticky like this.
Nice. Yeah.
It's almost
The
like,
consistency of it. Eh?
yeah,
It's nice.
it's almost like
Which one is better, this or Vaseline?
this. This is good.
This one's better.
Yeah. I mean, what are we talking about? What's it for?
All kinds. Let's put like for
This.
everything. Do it all.
This is only good for bushings, for sure. Imagine trying to put this on for any.
Hey, but at least that one's good against friction.
It is, but it would also stick you. Jesus, you'd probably get stuck to your partner, and you wouldn't be able to go anywhere.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, if you have the vice, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, look at that. Effortless. It's like almost effortless.
Pretty much.
And you just give it a rim job, like that. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. I mean, it might have to be like, see how one side is flush, and the
Yeah.
opposite side isn't.
Yeah.
So you'll have to like when
Play
you're
with it.
installing it,
Yeah.
it'll seat itself.
Yeah.
Same thing with this side here. If you don't want to use it with a vise, you can probably use it with just a hammer. So I'm gonna try the hammer.
There you go.
Pretty simple. When you guys go install this in the subframe area, the bushing might not fit inside the subframe.
Yeah.
So you might have to just squeeze the bushing, hit it with a socket
Yeah.
to push it in. If you push it in, it'll help. Maybe you might have to open up a little bit of the subframe area so it falls into place.
Yeah, because
and then when you bolt it up, it'll squeeze.
An opening.
Yeah,
over
it'll
there, yeah.
squeeze up. And that's it, man. It's pretty simple.
Pretty good.
Ready, man.
Well, let's install it on the car.
Oh, yeah. Ready to install it in the car? One step closer to Ripping it on the track.
Sir.
Not the streets, right? The track.
No, not the streets. We're not trying to go to jail here.
No jail, man.
So there you go, guys. As you guys can see, control arms are in on both sides, and this is my camber ball joints. They'll add another 1.5 degrees of camber, and I will leave the part number for these ball joints in the video. But yeah, overall they went on pretty good, and that's how they're looking. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.